It's Phil Resch here, and just wanted to say hello. Wanted to continue the Thursday presentations, if you will, and wanted to kind of discuss what some people have asked me in the past is why I left AIG. And I think it's a good question to ask. There's people who have been very inquisitive about that for one reason or another, because I was in a very prominent role with AIG. I loved what I did. I loved everyone that I worked with, and the great thing about it was that everybody that I partnered with was enjoyable to work with, but there was a sense of urgency from my standpoint as to why I thought the time was coming to move on. And all throughout my journey, whether I was working at MetLife, whether I was working with AIG, there's always been a sense that I've wanted to get into that independent mindset. And so it really boiled down to 2020 when I got this really cool award. Matter of fact, I'll show you here real quick. We got the award for RVP of the year, and it was just kind of cool to have. But from the experience standpoint, there was only so much I could do, and really, too, the travel was pretty intense. So, if those of you who don't know me, me and planes don't quite get along. I will never let the fear of opportunity get in the way. Excuse me, the fear get in the way of opportunity. So I took the role, and I was on the road 5 out of 6 weeks, and it was tough, but enjoyable. The accounts that I had became a family to me from that standpoint, and we made a lot of great relationships. But then, kind of moving forward, just once again, a lot of the intel and information that I have and that I've had over the years that I've grown with has helped me become more than just a product pusher. And that's what I felt like when I was in the RVP role, was just a product pusher. And really, when it boiled down to it, it wasn't anything that I did to change the mindset of people to move to a different carrier. Uh, Found that it was the executive level above who I would talk to that made decisions to move business and shift business to other places. Now, I love AIG, Corebridge now. I love the product. I still sell it. As you guys have seen, I've gotten an award from it, and a lot of great people. But when it came to working from that standpoint, there's levels of corporate minutia that can get kind of tiring, and I won't go into that. But that did lead to a point where I was like, this is kind of tiring. But the other thing that happened was, when you start working on opportunities and cases and things like that, you find that the more you work, the harder you work, the less you end up making in the corporate world. And so I took that leap of faith in partnership with my business partner Roderick, based out of Milton, Georgia, to really grow distribution. And the idea with the growing distribution was exciting. It was something different, and it resonated with people. And I'm proud to say that in the last 2 years, July 1st will be 2 years. When I look back, I've increased and grown to about 200 agents that have partnered all across the country. So California to Connecticut and South. And it's been a wild journey. So I would help people, based on the information that I've seen from being a regional VP, now moving to this producer type role, mentorship role. I've had the opportunity to really build out some different things for people. So you'll see below the ticker of some of the stuff that we can offer, has really led people to come over and see how Valor is different. Some people like the idea and the opportunity to build a team. Some people like the opportunity to do their own business, whether it is insurance, annuities, you talk about disability insurance or premium finance. A lot of times, my expertise from that standpoint can help bring a higher class sale to the opportunity. And really, what we think of from Valor's standpoint is we talk about a true value proposition for holistic planning. Not a lot of people think that way. It's what my organization has for me is what I have to sell. Believe it or not, whole life is not a bad product, but some people will label it a bad product because they can't sell it. And so with us, we have scope, scale, and opportunity to grow without the mindset of one product is bad. It's not a bad product, it's just bad positioning. And so that's why I say part of that reason why I left is that I could share my experiences with a higher audience, share my experiences with the opportunity to help people get to that next level. And ultimately, the most important part is we're here to grow our community. We're here to spread the opportunity because too many people are missing the fact that there are 330 million people in the United States, and half of them or less have actual insurance. Half of them are not going to be protected in case someone doesn't make it home tonight. So, how can we shift the risk? How can we change that mindset to put that risk for pennies on the dollar with an insurance company versus putting that in your pocket and trying to say you can do better? We have great solutions and stories. And from the standpoint of how my team can help you grow in the insurance industry, it's just leaps and bounds beyond what I've seen in the industry. Like that's why I decided to create my own as opposed to join a different organization. Um, what you'll see coming from Valor in the future is things like conference trips. We're going to do, more of what I call the great collaboration. The idea behind the great collaboration, if you missed out on it in Dallas, I'm taking it on the road. So look for opportunities in September, taking it to Atlanta and the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area too. And maybe even California, so some different areas. But then we're going to do another collaboration back in Dallas next year for people to come learn. Not really meant for a recruiting event per se, but if you work in a different line and you want to collaborate in ACA Medicare or you want to collaborate on the life side, the best thing about being an independent is you can work for your organization, I can work for mine, and we can partner together and still help a client. So leverage my expertise, leverage your clientele, and I'm basically doing the same thing I did before, wholesaling to people and helping people out. And that's really what I care about the most. What you'll see too is a lot of personal branding coming up. As you guys know, I suffer from a case of monotonism. So why not coin it? So I created my own tags at Monotone Magic for Instagram, and TikTok is Monotone Magic as well. You'll see some stuff on those sites as well from a personal branding perspective. The Valor site will grow. Once again, as I put in this little ticker going down below, is you'll find that you have the ability to work with our marketing team too. So there's a lot of stuff going on with Valor that's going to be exciting, that's going to continue to grow. And really, the opportunity is just fresh. So if you think about it, my company is about 2 years old or less, already got 200 licensed agents, and that includes about 10 agencies. So those agencies are building as well and growing with competitive comps, competitive opportunities. And by the way, I do trainings every Thursday at 4 o'clock Central. It's free. We talk about product, we talk about sales ideas, different ways to help you go to your market. If you're interested in stuff like that, feel free to email me at phil@valorfs.com, and we can always set up an appointment to discuss, to talk how my journey has affected how I want to position future growth, future opportunity. And I have to say that, going independent has been the best thing I ever did. Able to touch more lives, able to create a better lifestyle and opportunity as well. So I would encourage anybody who's in a captive space, or if you think you're independent but you can only sell a few carriers, that's an independent captive, FYI. There is a whole new world out there when it comes to truly building from this industry standpoint. And and what I would say is that, reach out. Let's have a conversation. We're going to continue these live streams every Thursday. So the more you want to hear information, the more you want me to talk about, we'll have guest speakers on too, and we'll keep rocking and rolling. So shout out to Big Fletch. Everyone in this industry told me to change my monotone. Glad I'm learning from Mr. Monotone himself. Can't thank you enough for the opportunity to serve and help out as well. So that is our mission. Our mission is to grow, to do right by our communities, and if you do right by your communities in this industry, you'll find you'll last a lot longer than doing something quick and dirty. So. With that, I want to say thank you guys for the opportunity to serve you. Look forward to future calls, conversations. Feel free to hit me up at the at Monotone Magic, whether Instagram, TikTok, or if you want to email me, Phil at ValorFS, which is financial specialist.com. And so look forward to seeing you guys in the future, and we'll talk soon.